Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? We are back again with another edition of this beautiful podcast that we have going on. This is our 8th episode, so we're going 8 strong. On episode 8, 800 more to go. Y'all know me by now, hopefully. Emax Stacks, you may know why my name is called Edward. If you don't, it's because my mother named me after a great man. So, I mean, it was only right that she did that. At least my name not like Lee John, because my mama had to name me after like 2 dudes. She didn't know who the daddy was, but that's not the case. Oh. My name is Edward.
No disrespect to any, people viewing that don't know who they father is. It does get greater later.
It does get greater later, people.
Hey, keep your head up. Well, that was definitely
100.
That was definitely a deleted text moment.
For sure. For sure.
Yo, man, we're back with the podcast. Make sure you follow Emax Stacks for all your sports coverage, all clips of this podcast from past episodes and upcoming episodes. And we are back at full strength. We got our boy Sean Izzo back in the building with us, out from getting a coverage on the polls. We're going to still get into some politics. But, fellas, y'all introduce yourselves to the people so we can get started.
Man, it's your boy Sean Izzo back like I never left. Hood, charismatic, excellence at its finest. Let's get it.
Yo, you got Black Peace right here, keeping it black and peaceful 100% of the time, baby. On to the next.
Coach Johnson.
Father, trying to give you all the on football. Help you.
This has been in order for almost 6 to 7 episodes, guys. We knew this by now.
Oh snap! My bad. I messed it up.
I'll play it.
I just wait. I went that way because I was going by how I went in the boxes. Last sedation. You say the best for last.
That's why he be doing that shit, Christian.
Good evening, beautiful people. It's Xavier Miles, the one and only. And on behalf of me and the brothers, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Please keep tuning in and share with everybody. Take it away, Edward.
All right, what have we called it? Instead of deleted text, what have we called it? Like deleted posts? Deleted comment.
I ain't deleted going up, man. I don't know, man.
I like that. Come on. I mean, it's a podcast. So how grown up supposed to be?
Deleted posts.
Deleted comments.
Deleted posts, that's relevant.
I like deleted comments because, comment section is what – usually the comments have a life of their own. Usually people have something going on that don't even have nothing remotely to do with the post. And the comment will actually – the comment will take on a life of its own. So I actually like deleted comments. Fuck you, man.
I like the ideas, though, me personally.
I don't like it.
You say you don't like it, Sedacious?
I like the concepts of both.
Deleted text is way better than deleted.
I don't like deleted text. It sounds too chatty, like we a 16, 17-year-old teenage kid.
It came out organically. That's the thing. It came out organically.
That's true, too.
Okay, well, you know what? Delete the text. Delete the text. Let's just delete some text. All right. Delete the text.
No, I think it's back to no name now.
Hey, guys. Hey, we're fine. Hey, we're fine.
Hey, now, for the listeners out there, we're kind of just like going back and forth, still searching for a podcast name. So like that's never ending. We 8 episodes in, so please at some point give us a lifeline, help us get a name. Do you like deleted text? Is it too gossipy, or do you like deleted comments, deleted posts? We're trying to get there. We're going to get there by the end of the year. So y'all keep bearing with us for a name.
So.
We could do like how a lot of NFL teams got their names. They had the fans vote. So what we should call it.
I feel like we got like.
You gonna let the fans name your multi-million-dollar company? No disrespect to the fans out there who have beautiful and great ideas.
Example, hold on, time out. I just gave an example where billion-dollar companies let their fans vote on what the name will be.
I ain't gonna lie, and I want to say this as a joke. And if this comes back to haunt me, it'll only mean because people see me to have some type of cachet or like feel like they can bring me down because I've reached a certain height. So if this don't come back to haunt me, that just means I didn't do a good job at like getting far. So to what Christian just said,
damn,
fans did decide to rid away Redskins and just have a team in their city called the football team.
In Washington.
I mean,
oh shit, the
Native
podcast.
American fans.
huh?
That shit was funny. I like it.
Say it again.
You didn't know.
They said, "Oh shit, the podcast." I was like,
You feel
"Oh,
me?
that's hard. That's hard."
I missed that moment.
Hey, that swept me off my feet. I ain't gonna lie to you. I caught that
See,
on that.
that's the energy I need from you. That's the energy I need from you. Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna get the show started, man. Politics. Currently, right now, on the technicality, we still have Donald Trump as like the current president of the United States, but moving into a new term of the next 4 years. Right now, they have it as future President Biden.
President-elect, I believe, is a
president-elect. Yeah.
Yeah.
President-elect. Biden got elected president for the next year. How do y'all feel about that, Christian? I know you said you had some, takes, something you want to touch on. So how you feel about that, man?
One, right now, I want to say that he is the projected president-elect. He's not the elected president yet until all the states and the Electoral College certify him as the president-elect. So that's it. Hey, it looks like we're gonna have a new president, man. I know a lot of people are happy. Half the country is pissed off. Half the country is out there celebrating. I'm not overjoyed about it. Obviously, I told you guys last time I voted for President Trump, but I'm actually not mad. The Republicans did very well.
Wait, hold on, what?
You were out in the field last time, bro. You were out in the field. You didn't watch the Cowboys.
Oh, you didn't know this info, huh?
Oh shit!
Oh man, damn! I don't want to be the one to blow it up right here. So I'm, man. Okay.
No.
Right.
Have this
Okay.
conversation.
All right.
That is funny.
Ooh,
My boy,
me and you.
what?
Me and you.
What?
But Christian, we talked about this. Your wording.
Well, I didn't even get anything. Hey, I voted for him.
Hold on, like you voted for him like this go around?
Like this go around? Yeah. He voted like the last time.
So are you like in the top 1%? Like, are you like as far as like taxes and everything, like tax bracket and? Why? Before I just start to why?
I'll go through my reasons. I'll go through my reasons why I voted for him, and I'll give other reasons why a self-respecting Black person who loves being Black, who's not a bajillionaire, would vote for him. Okay, my reasons, right? Number one, I am a greedy, selfish capitalist. Yes, I'm a free market economics person. I think that free market ideas are the type of ideas and policies that lead towards prosperity for everybody. I'm a believer in a rising tide lifts all boats type of thing, right? So low taxes, low regulation, expands opportunity in the economy, and then organically everyone's wages and everyone's opportunity will raise up. So that's number one. Number two, I'm a conservative Christian, so like things like the family, religious rights. I'm pro-life, so that would all fall under the Republican Party ticket, and then under President Trump. Number three is I think that because I am a conservative, I think that President Trump governs.
It's okay to be a conservative liberal. Is that what you are? Is that what you subscribe to, or are you just all the way conservative?
I'm a conservative. I'm a conservative conservative. I am a liberal at all. I'm not a progressive at all. I am a conservative conservative. Unapologetically.
Okay. Continue.
As a conservative, I think that President Trump governed like a conservative. Did I not like things that he said? Yeah, I can't stand him as a person. I couldn't stand him as a person before he was president. I can't stand him as a person after being president. But I think as far as his governance, I think he governed like a conservative. So that's why I voted for him. Now, why a self-respecting Black person who may not even be a conservative would vote for President Trump, right? A bunch of Black are Christians, and they might think that abortion or taking a pro-life stance is something serious, so they might vote for him because of that. Some might think that some of the policies that he put forth for working class Americans in the last 4 years have helped them out, right? Donald Trump actually got more than Joe Biden over the last election, over this past election. So he did well there. So a lot of people, not even just Black people, a lot of people because of that. Second things that he did with First Step Act, HBCUs, and opportunity term. So that's why some Black folks might vote for him. So I don't think so, but hey, some people might think so. I went over in the last podcast a history of Black people getting pro-Black policies from racist presidents, from Abraham Lincoln to Lyndon Baines Johnson to Richard Nixon, and then even to Donald Trump.
All right, so that kind of threw me for a loop, because I completely subscribe under the notion of me as a man, me looking you in your face as a man, because at the end of the day and at the very top and beginning of the day, I'm a man before anything else, right? So just having respect and just a good moral compass and upstanding character, that's like towards the front with me, because I feel like everything can kind of be dialed in or kind of branched out, because it starts there, right? Like whatever my morale is and whatever my beliefs are, that what make me me, or what makes me myself, as far as my character makeup. I just think that it's huge as far as like shaping perspective and how you will go about viewing the outside world and just your overall approach to things, especially politics. So from that standpoint, I want to go on a shit slandering spree and just go under all of the allegations that he has against him. The alleged rape of a 12-year-old child. Oh yeah, brother, you do your research on your glorified man that you voted for. Yes, sir. I said alleged, so I did give you leeway to go ahead and cause a pause. I'm just telling you accusations that have come out that are very public. So I'm just telling you,
I've heard a lot of things. I've never heard that one.
Now, brother, and I'm gonna tell you this, respectfully, one time, I let you get through all of that. I'm gonna need to just get my rocks off.
Hey, respectfully. I did say I didn't think that he was a more. I didn't like him as a man before he was president. I still don't like him as a man.
You did, and
him,
I'm not gonna be the person to come out and congratulate you and pat you on the back for that. I will, because I respect you as a man for acknowledging that. But at the same time, just as far as like my priority list on what I'm gonna prioritize, as far as like what I would want in a leader, especially like being a leader of the free world, you can't be flawed like that. And that's just one instance. I could go on. Like, I candidly made a joke about going on a shit spree. I'm not even going to devote my energy to tearing this man down. He's already not going to be the president. And, Lord's will coming out, with Nevada and all of the, final tallying, it'll definitely prove that, nothing heinous went on. And even if it did, man, Al Gore got fucked over. Like, bro, there's a lot of people that got, man, it's all right, bro. He gonna be all right, bro.
That's actually what I wanted to talk about. That's actually what I want to talk about the fraud and
Oh, but to put a bow on that, Christian, off of those things alone, as far as like, and with the blatant racism, it's too much for me, right? I understand, the policies as far as, free market economy and moving the, economy forward. He does believe in low taxes and things of that nature that, levy along those lines. But at the end of the day, like, it's just, man, bro, you ain't it. As a person, you a piece of shit, respectfully. But it's like, I can't vibe with it.
Hey, I got you. I'm with it. Couple of good things that I did want to speak on. I know we got to move, Edward. Who voted for the president, right? Really, this is for any of our listeners that are MAGA'd out, right? You are a MAGA person. Stop making fools of yourself out in the street. It's over. We lost. Let it happen. Let his lawsuit.
That's just it, brother. Your people, man, they and this is, I guess this is my point, right? Because character, in the end, eventually it outshines all. Now, as you can see, his supporters, they are so die-hard Christian. Look at what extent they're willing to go to. I've never seen in all my years of living, though it hasn't been vast as far as just to be able to see as many, presidents go by and just comprehend the aftermath behind the elections. But to see, the privileged Caucasian and others, I'll just say MAGA supporters. I love my white people, no disrespect to anybody of any white ethnicity who watches, but unfortunately, you do see those race of people at the front lines at a majority of these events, and it just goes to show, man, just the moral compass and the moral character and makeup of the people that are calling for recounts and things like that. Like, I understand, protesting. We have that First Amendment right to protest for what you believe in, but at the same time, you gotta let it go, man. Like, even after those tallies, like, he's already been projected to win. Like, let it go. Why are you still in the streets? Is it because that your way of life might be threatened? Because as a racist president, he's allowed an attitude but seriously though, he's allowed a agenda and an attitude to go forth that's stronger than ever. I want to say racism has made a resurgence, if one can say, within the last 4 years. Though to say it's not been on the back burner, but it's made its way back into the forefront again. I
don't think that's the reason why his supporters are out there like that. I think they like him and they think he's a rock star. But there's a myriad of reasons why they're out there. I don't believe that it's because of their love for racism or their the racism that they held up for 8 years.
I think it's just the unknowing privilege that they have, and with him as president, he upholds that standard of
You have poor white people that are out there.
You said poor white people? Would you say that there was a more percentage of rich white people or poor white people?
You mute him again.
Nah, Christian, I don't know if it's because you got your AirPods in or you getting like notifications that you keep going in and out.
Had to say
there's more
notifications.
There's more poor people than rich people, regardless. But as you've seen the maps, bro, it's the little small poor towns.
What we talking about?
That are voting for
most of his supporters are poor white people.
Yeah, trust me. I've been to my hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
My neighborhood.
Most of his supporters are poor white people. So it's not the
who are what? Because they aren't benefiting from his policies on an economic level, so they are voting for him based on what? His views on what, Christian?
A myriad of reasons. They could be pro. Hold on, time. I just went through it. They could be pro-life. They could be what most of them are, anti-left. Right? A lot of people that voted for Joe Biden, they were voting against Donald Trump. A lot of these people who support him are supporting him against the left and against wokeism. Right? A lot of them just don't support that, so they support him.
Okay? Closing remarks, Isaac.
Okay. I call bullshit on that. I believe because, as you pointed out, I mean, being a Republican, the benefits of Donald Trump that we have saw, as far as, as a country as a whole, has been from the the economy side, one can say, as far as just different big businesses profiting off of, you know, a lot of his tax views and tax codes and things that he's tried to levy and get across, you know, through legislation. But at the same time, you echo the sentiments of the poor, you know, white American that has, you know, that he's captured their heart. And I'm just appealing to your better sense and just asking you, what do you truly think the reason is that they aren't benefiting economically?
Don't answer that question, Chris.
I know.
I'm not going to answer that, but I'm gonna say this real quick. In Joe Biden's acceptance speech the other night, right? Somebody asked me how do I like it, and I said I really call bull. I call BS. Hold on, real quick, because I know we got to move.
And I believe Joe Biden is racist too, but I think he's less racist than Trump. But go ahead.
It don't matter.
Right.
He talked about restoring the soul of the country and us coming together in unity, right? The reason why I call BS is because of the comments that you're making right now, Isaac. If you don't understand why, if you accuse somebody of voting for someone because of some reason, right, and you don't truly try to sit down and understand why they're choosing that way, right, there's never going to be unity, because you're always going to think that the other side is evil, or the other side is ignorant, or the other side has some sort of moral failing that you don't have, right? So, and I tell this to my folks on the right who think that black folks who vote for the Democrat Party are on the plantation, right? I say the same thing to them. Hey, you don't know until you ask somebody why they're voting that way. You don't know, right? So don't allege and give character attacks on, oh, they're voting because of da da da. No, learn why somebody votes that way, right? And then you can judge them on, hey, I think your ideology is wrong here, or your ideology is wrong there, or we just have to agree to disagree, right? But to put on character attacks on people, say, oh, you voted that way, it must be because of this moral failing in your character. There will never be unity in the country, and all the stuff that people talk about how Donald Trump destroyed it. No, it's been like that. So we can go ahead and move from there.
Been like that, but he definitely has fucked some shit up, as the kids say. Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, moving along from last week.
Fuck my take. Moving on.
Yeah. So, it's double. You have to jump in there when you want to jump in there sometimes. But yeah. So moving on from last week. Other than the presidential election, we also had the falling of another, rapper, King Von. I know Isaac, he brought that to my attention in the group chat. And to be quite honest with you, I had never ever even heard of King Von, never even heard of his music before. Darnell, you're not up on some of the stuff I put you on, so let's just fix our face briefly. Hadn't heard of dude before, and unfortunately, for some up and coming rappers, their biggest promotion of their career is their death. And so I think what connected with me mostly, even though I hadn't been up on his music, or I can say like I was a fan, I've been jamming him, is like when I seen the picture like him and his kids, and like dude was 26 if I'm not mistaken, 26. Yeah. And like to see him like his kids and be like, and like when it's hard to like see somebody with so much life, whether it's a music video, whether it's an interview, and then to just like hear or see news that like they're like no more existence upon this earth. Yeah, that was kind of hard. Like I think about Darnell, I think about Sedacious, I think about Christian, and like them having kids, and for that dude to be young, doing the best he knew how to do with using music to bring himself and his family, up out of poverty, and then to just be like killed for whatever reason, being gunned down in Atlanta. That was tough. But yeah, man. So yeah, definitely hope that. Well, I don't know. I'm just a lost for words, but yeah, man. I don't want to say nothing cliche.
Yeah, just to, I guess, echo some of E's sentiments. It's definitely a tragic situation altogether. Seeing as though like he had just gotten out of jail, going on a little more than 2 years ago, I believe. He had just spent, I believe, 4 to 5 years or 5 to 6 years in jail trying to beat a murder, and he actually beat the murder case. And to get out and get signed by essentially one of his best friends from the same block as him, that being Lil Durk, him signing him to OTF, and him being cut down in his prime like that just due to gun violence. Might I add, I won't say a rival group, well, not at that particular juncture, but probably rivals now. A leader, well, not a leader rather, but a guy from the camp of NBA YoungBoys, Never Broke Again music campaign. One of his affiliates, one of Quando Rondo's affiliates, more specifically. One of the guys that got caught on, camera, for the murder. It's just sad, really, just to see, young black dudes, one dude's life, gone forever, and then the other dudes who took his life gone forever now too, so two life gone.
Am I hearing you right, Isaac? Are you saying that allegedly the dude who shot King Von was somebody a part of?
Oh no, it's no alleged, man. No, he definitely NBA because Quando Rondo, another rapper who was coming up, had signed with NBA just a little over a year ago.
So that dude was a part
one
of
his
NBA
close,
YoungBoys
one of his
camp.
Yeah, so one of his best friends, one of Quando Rondo's best friends, though, because he signed the NBA, they're all under the NBA mantra and all under their umbrella. So yeah, it was definitely, man. So I've been having a hard time listening to Young Boy these past few days, man. If anybody know me, man, I feel like Chief Keef was one of the biggest influences on this generation ever. I can say probably, man, in my personal opinion, I believe he can go down in Time magazine as one of the more influential people of the decade. And I have people, a generation of people co-sign that, just to how people do music videos, shirts off, group of dudes in the house, no girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, she keeps started that. Like, there's a whole wave of it's just a sad situation, man, just to see influential rapper come from that camp. And by the way, King Von, Lil Durk, and Chief Keef, they all got that old block, 064, that block, that neighborhood connection. So it's just sad to see that. Sad to see bro get cut down in his prime.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. I've been listening to the dude myself, man.
I'm sorry.
I seen him.
Catch you off, though, man. I apologize. I just really wanted to try this.
Get in there, bro. Stop making like you're scared of it.
To my take. Who you talking about, me?
One of y'all, I don't know. Just talk.
No.
This is our podcast.
Because Isaac left that on a really, really good note, and I want to pick it up from, and it'll tie into my take, bro. This is really why, like, I do encourage voting. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, fuck that shit. It's not gonna change what's happening out here, bro. Like, niggas is killing niggas every day, bro. Like, I understand that voting eventually, through certain systems and certain management and certain governed decisions, that eventually it'll get better through time and some shit. But like, bro, like, niggas been killing niggas, bro. And I really hate this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, like, gets under my skin. Like, I really now be waiting on who's the next motherfucker I'm gonna hear about getting killed. Who's the next rapper who I'm gonna hear about blowing up and then getting jumped or getting his chain taken or getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit, bro. And that's just, it really be having my emotions all twisted up, bro. Because motherfuckers be screaming, vote, 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 bro. Like, nah, it's other real shit happening out here.
I think you're speaking more towards the instantaneous impact of what we can do now to prevent stuff like that. But honestly, man, as you know, I mean, the streets is the streets, man. The streets are $1 trillion and counting. You know what I'm saying? You don't eventually win. If you stay in it long enough, you're either gonna die or you're gonna go to prison. It's inevitable. It's just, you know what I'm saying? That's why. If you are in the streets, you gotta use it as a jumping board. You gotta use it as a leap to get you where you want to go.
Since day one, since day -1, that's been our system. Hoop, rap, fucking dance, podcast, get out the hood. If not, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, podcast new, man. That's a new way, man. Ain't nobody that's fresh. But I I mean, I see what you're saying. Just the typical avenues that people of color take to get out of
Right, podcast is new.
poverty-stricken
Podcast is new. At
situations.
first, this is some today shit. At first, it was just rapping, NBA, NFL. That's it, or crack.
Well, we won't just say crack, but we'll say drugs.
Weed and coke or whatever. But niggas know that you moving crack, you making that real money.
Nah. We'll dive into that off camera. I don't think it's drug.
Hey,
I mean, it's to get into the quantity anyway, man. But I see the overall essence of what you're saying. But we definitely, I believe it's precautions and measures you can take. We just got to take back our neighborhoods. And what I mean by that, man, it's just like, I mean, if you wanna really see that change, you gotta just start with what you doing. I mean, it's so cliche, but it's true. Like, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to, maybe, put measures or preventative measures in place to where we just don't foster a behavior or a mode of, violence or, something that's just unbecoming or, really just not productive in the grand scheme of things. So I almost like, what Herb was doing, with building the school, just more actions like that just pour in positivity and love into the community instead of, tearing it down. But like I say, man, when you dealing with street stuff and it spill over into music or entertainment or anything mainstream, it's never good. But like I say, man, the streets.
Perfect note. What these niggas have to understand is, the reason why I started listening to him, because I went down and I see on DJ Academic's little top 4 albums, he was number 1. And I take his critique very, very seriously. He's like pretty high on the percentage. And so I checked it out. The album is fire. I've heard a couple songs from him, not really a big fan, but from this album, I turned into a fan. Coincidentally, 5 days ago, he gets up getting killed.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where it's like, the funny thing about it is, bro, right after I listened to him, I literally said, someone protect him. Bro, get your ass out the streets, bro. You talented, bro. You telling stories that are literally piece by piece stories. Like as if you're talking to one of the homies. And I'm just like, bro, protect this man. Somebody, stop it. Get out the streets. Get your homeboys, put them in a circle, say, bro, we off the block. We good. We hit number 1 on Apple. I got music videos going.
And the sad part about it was, bro. He didn't even get killed in Chicago where the murder rate is crazy. Bro got killed on a neutral ground. Quando Rondo's from Savannah, Georgia, man. King Bunny from Chicago. Bro got smoked in Atlanta.
I know. But that's the thing, though. Like, just like these situations, know that we got money, nigga. Fuck this shit. Let's talk shit on the track. Fuck it. Actually keep it old school, rap actually went.
He got killed. That's what I'm saying, bro. When the streets spill over into that and you can't, because it's like, as much as you try to divide the two, they are different because one is very real and one is not, right? But once the two get intertwined, that's when it start getting messy. And
that's true. But it's one of those things where it's literally before, it's at a certain point in your life where, okay, did we making it? We getting there. This is a beef brought on after the fact that he's already catching fire. That's the thing. One thing I knew. It's like, bro, you're already there. Now it's like, bro, this beef shit, keep it at really on wax, bro. I know y'all trying to prove a point, and y'all got bodies, but let those bodies be past bodies, bro. Y'all made it. Y'all kids can eat. They good, bro. That's what you did it for, right? Keep it that point. You made it. Get that street mentality out of there, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to elevate, walk away, talk shit on the track. Get one of your homeboys to be one of their homeboys. But as far as you being that leader and being that guy, you got to learn how to walk away, be the bigger man. I remember a video of 2 Chainz actually running away from getting robbed because he knew at the end of the day, dude, it ain't worth it. I could sit here and battle with this dude to shoot it out. At the end of the day, dude, it's not worth it. I made it. Let me go and live to see another day. I know shit gets out of control, but sometimes you got to find the biggest option to walk away or survive.
So potentially NBA YoungBoy could be beefing with Lil Durk.
Oh, there is 100%.
100%
beef.
And that's more loud.
Like it's looking.
Lil Durk bought he bought almost every seat at Quando Rondo's concert.
there are more lives.
Those are threats right there.
That's a threat. That's some serious shit. Like, I bought almost every last one of your seats at your next concert, bro. That's like, nigga, we ready for you. Pull up and we gonna do that thing. And that's still street shit. And at the end of the day, it's really, it ain't no spill off into street shit. It's in street shit now. It's no turning back at this point.
So one life taken is gonna lead to probably a couple more.
It's forever up after that, man. Like I said,
truth, bro.
$1 trillion and over. Because even if I was to say, like, I'm gonna be the bigger person, I'm gonna just let it go. Who's to say one of King Von's like actual family member, man, I ain't letting this shit go. Or somebody else in the game, I ain't letting that go. Yeah, you could chill about it, but I ain't finna chill. It's gonna forever, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna forever be. I hate to say it like from an ignorant standpoint like that. That's why you gotta get out of the streets. The objective is to get out, not be in them forever and glorify the shit, right?
Yes, Lord.
It's to, make a way in them, get out of them.
It makes who you are.
Still rap about, you can still rap about your experiences that you've been through in them because they are true and valid and they're your experiences, but it don't have to be to the point to where it's glorified. And I believe that's what King Von was doing. He was just painting a picture of, shit he experienced or people around him experiencing.
Yes, Lord, bro.
I laugh, bro, because everybody in the game called this little nigga a snitch. But can nobody touch him. And that's what's funny as fuck, bro. Everybody else around here dropping off like flies. With this snitch that everybody hates so much.
Yes, because he has police with him 24/7. You're the police.
That's all. That's all.
But we're not giving him no energy on this show. All right.
I was about to say, got a whole other concept with that.
I ain't say
no energy.
All right. That wraps up the culture segment. Quick break. We about to go into sports. Say what you got to say. Move the fuck on. All right. So, we're back with the sports segment. Appreciate y'all stay tuning in with us on the culture segment. We're going to always keep bringing that to y'all. Politics. I ain't going to lie. Last week when I was, like, editing, like, we was on our shit. Like, we didn't have Isaac, but, like, we was pretty decent to, like, not be full strength, bro. Like, really, like, yeah, man, we're gonna fuck with the politics.
What you saying is basically y'all better off without me. Damn.
No, I told you. I said
I was gonna hurry up. I was gonna hurry up and follow up with. No, we was actually shitty. I don't know what he's talking about. We actually was garbage. We need you, my man.
Okay. Talk to me.
No, what I'm saying was we was decent considering we wasn't at full strength. That wasn't a compliment?
Look, no, it was. I love it.
Regardless of we were short one man,
you went from good to decent. I fuck with it.
But real quick, touching on Houston Rockets, these trade rumors. Daryl Morey is gone, but he's now with the 76ers as their GM, and he's trying to possibly.
He is not the GM. He is head of basketball operations. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Elton Brand is still the GM.
Well, you're right. That's my fault. But he's head of basketball operations. However, him being head of basketball operations, I still feel like he has a finger or two in Elton Brand's ear on trying to, do some things with the Rockets where he has come from. You may have trying to put a package together to get Harden to the 76ers, maybe trying to put a package together to possibly get Westbrook and maybe possibly get Joel or Ben Simmons. And our Houston Rockets, they also now have a new head basketball coach too. So no more D'Antoni, the new head basketball coach they got, and Coach Stephen Silas. This is his first ever NBA head coaching job. So I'm not sure what that chemistry will be like with him and James Harden and Westbrook, but he has been an assistant for 20 years. Was a part of the team with Coach LeBron when LeBron came in as a rookie. Also was with the Golden State Warriors and so forth. These trade rumors, Rockets' new head coach, Darnell, how are you envisioning our season coming up?
Our season coming up, it's gonna be trash till we get a big man, flat out. No other way around it. No matter what coach, whatever, we still need a big man in this game. At least somebody that's 6'10". But as far as the coaching goes, I feel like Harden's just all about let me do my thing, and Russell's about let me do all I can do to help us win. So, I mean, with having a new coach, especially with the vibe that I'm seeing from him, which seems like a pretty laid-back dude, just off of, I guess, pictures. I mean, I feel like he's going to let them do what they want to do and just kind of coast it. Kind of just let them take over the team for the most part.
What was that trade bomb you had, Isaac?
Man, bro, honestly, like, if anybody knows me knows, like, I literally hate Paul George as a basketball player, not as a person. He's overrated. However, he's still an all-star, still a great wing player in this league. But just as far as, you know, the whole playoff P mantra and him, you know, not getting enough, not nearly enough scrutiny for his lack of, quite frankly, production in the playoffs is just quite baffling to me. But in the grand scheme of things, man, I believe a trade for Russell and maybe some picks and maybe a filler player for Paul George, or maybe just a Paul George for Russ swap may be in order as far as a good fit for our team. And I hate to say that, but I would be opposed to that trade. A Paul George for Russell Westbrook trade, straight up. Maybe with a filler pick and maybe a filler player to, you know, get the contracts aligned up, but
I disagree.
I'm not opposed to that.
Absolutely not.
I disagree.
You want a glorified. Exactly.
Get Harold and Capella back.
You gonna ask for a glorified
next? No.
You gonna ask for a glorified Trevor Ariza? Technically, that's what he is. Technically, a glorified Trevor Ariza.
Oh,
Paul George.
Paul George. Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong. He's glorified. He shows up to the glorification, but at the same time, though, when the big shots count.
Season.
Yeah. In the playoffs, what are you talking about? He had just as bad of a performance as he did in the playoffs as he did in an elimination game. Warriors versus Rockets. He didn't make any threes.
Man, that's a couple years ago. What have you done for me now? I'm talking about when
what has Paul George done for you now? He was absent in a big playoff game, up 3-1. What are you talking about? That was very big shades of Trevor Ariza, in my opinion, in his prime at that. And Trevor Ariza's past his prime. That's the scary part. Paul George is in his prime. So he's making a performance like that in his prime. Trevor Ariza has, well, I'm kind of old, I'm kind of dusty. No. You have no excuse. You're supposed to be banging them hoes. You're supposed to be hitting the side of the rim, in the side of the dealio.
I think I would say in terms of like Paul George for Russell Westbrook is I mean, I ain't gonna turn my nose up at it, but I mean, I think for a lot of people who like watched Paul George like this past like NBA bubble, like I think he's left too sour of a taste in people's mouth for them to be like, yeah, let's get Paul George. And like also like I was talking saying, you know, the Rockets having a new head coach and Steven Silas, like we don't necessarily know what the new Rockets are gonna look like. He may like come in and be like, yo, that 3-ball shit is like out. Hey,
he already said more motion, more off ball movement and everything like that.
Right. So him saying that, like, now the 3-ball situation, like that doesn't play to Russell Westbrook's strengths. So if we can get a little bit of movement and motion and off,
but he don't really shoot them, man. He averaged like 2 or 3 threes a game.
But with the Rockets offense, I think it's fair to say sometimes we fall and find the ball in Westbrook's hands when like we don't.
Because he's open, yeah, you're right. Because he's open.
Because he's open. But if that's not the core of our system, we may find the ball in Westbrook's hand with a play breaker down, and he in his sweet spot on the elbow or having somebody on his hip trying to rock about a baby. So I would hold off on just like making that move until we can really see like, okay, how can Westbrook and Harden like continue to try to grow together in a new system under a new head coach. Because if you instantly throw out, you could throw out Westbrook and trade him and then get Paul George, and like Paul George may just not necessarily like work well with Harden or whatever the new system is for Harden. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, I don't like Harden. I think Harden, every like superstar wants somebody to be able to like help them or whatever. But I don't think you can like rid away like that league born like ingratiated chemistry of them like being on the team with each other and like OKC. Whereas you try to bring in Paul George, like I think Paul George has like that luxury to like get his rocks off with the Clippers, because like Kawhi is like Kawhi, like Kawhi ain't about like, yeah, he the best player, but like Kawhi ain't just to like fight you or be like, nah, like these are my shots. Like if you bring Paul George over there, like
on the contrary, he has been vocal in meetings saying he is that guy. His job is to score, and your job is to score when he passes it to you. So
you said he the best player on the Clippers, right?
Yeah, Paul
George.
Kawhi.
Okay. No.
Yeah,
I thought you said he was the best player. I was like.
but like to bring him over to the Rockets with them about to be under a new regime, like I don't know, like when Harden get him the ball, like I just don't. Paul George not that dude, bro. I know you said like he a great player. I found it. I think the word great player is like used like too loosely.
He's a very good player. He's an all-star.
He an all-star. I don't know if he an all-star. He an all-star. Okay,
not guaranteed.
He's not a guaranteed all-star. But so that's how I feel about the Rockets. I think give us some time to see. NBA starts in December. Let's see how the Rockets and James Harden and Westbrook work together under this new system. And within that new system, maybe trades do need to be made, because Steven Silas' system may require him to have some bigs and not be playing small ball with the roster that D'Antoni had. So yeah. All right. I know y'all been wondering, like, damn, man. Y'all see he set up, he brushing the beard. He's like, damn, bro, what happened to Coach Johnson? That boy talking about politics, then he got up out this hole. He don't be fucking with boys. But yo, we've waited long enough. He's about to get to the goddamn football, NFL, a lot going on. We slowly but surely creeping on into these playoffs and towards the end of the season. We got like a solid 15, so like let's shock the world and get in and out this whole football. Even though I do not believe that. What you got for us, Coach?
Yeah, you still muted. Yep, still muted.
My bad.
He really checks out this.
Yeah, I was ready to go, man. I had 2 segments where I sat out. I don't know much about King Von, but rest in peace. And I don't really watch the NBA, but go Magic. So.
Well, don't say no shit like that.
That's why people don't.
Cut his mic.
Florida, bruh. It's in Orlando. Week 9. We just finished week 9 of NFL season. We didn't think we were gonna have a season this year, but guess what? We got through it. We're getting through it. And a couple weeks ago, we made some predictions about some teams that we thought would be teams to look out for going forward. Isaac and Sedacious thought that the Cardinals would be a team to watch, and I thought that the Dolphins would be a team to watch. And they played each other this weekend. I was glad to say that the Dolphins came out on top, but it was a hell of a game. You had 2 young quarterbacks that were out there balling, and Tua was doing well. And
Christian. I'm sorry to cut your monologue off, but like, and not even on some like Russian shit. Like, I just want to like get it out there. Give me a name. Don't explain. Give it to me quick for everybody. Starting with Christian. Who are you taking right? I won't even say right now. Who would you take long term if you had to like build a team around this guy and you feel like if I get this guy, I'm gonna give me some Super Bowls? Tua or Kyler? I'm about to say Tyler. Tua or Kyler?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Darnell.
Tua.
Izzo.
Yeah, he's been a troll now.
I'm gonna go Kyler.
Live.
A troll.
It's Kyler Murray. It's
who you said again, Christian?
I said Kyler Murray, man. Kyler Murray, man. It's gosh.
All right,
dangerous, bro.
All right. I'm gonna say dangerous. 2. I'm gonna say 2. Now, Christian. Now, also talking about last week, I watched them play against the Dolphins. Yeah, I watched Kyler Murray play against the Dolphins, and one of your critiques of him was you felt like he wasn't good passing like in the slants or like
intermediate passes. So passes 10 to 20 yards.
He was looking pretty decent with them. I seen a couple that like he was hitting.
That was a great game, man. It was great quarterback play.
That's beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch. Kyler is dangerous, man.
All of what I watched.
He's dangerous. So yeah, after that game, man, if you had to ask me, I would take Kyler, man. I'll take Kyler. He's easily a top 8 quarterback in the league.
We're not about to start showing your list.
I want to switch the game. The Cowboys playing during that game. I wanted to switch the game, bro. I was like, man, they over here gunning it out, bro. I don't even want to watch this game. But, I couldn't switch.
No. When I watch Kyler Murray, bro, the boy is special. He look like Speedy Gonzalez because like he runs so hard. And, like, when I see him play, I just look at, like, he's so youthful. Like, he's just so youthful. Like, the way he
like springy.
Bro, he's springy.
That nigga like springy.
And, like, I don't know, forgive me for not properly knowing how to, like, articulate it. But it's just, like, when I watch him play, I know he runs because, like, this past game, he had over 100 rushing yards. This past game, he had over 100 rushing yards. And it's like sometimes when most quarterbacks, like they have that ability, you kind of, for me personally, I feel like they sense to lean on that more, like their running ability and actually using their arm. And like, dude got an arm, and when you watching him play, it's just like I feel like he's equally confident in using both. And I think that's what's like special about him. However, I don't know what I have against like quarterbacks who can like really, really run it. And like, you know, everyone knows my Lamar Jackson theory. And so, stat when I was listening to the game with Tua, like with Tua's stats, like he had only had 2 times in that game where like he had threw back-to-back incompletions. And so I think I would depend more on like the longevity of like Tua's arm and his throwing accuracy as opposed to like Kyler at some point in his career, and I wouldn't say being limited or just being slowed down as he grows in age, with being able to also use both his arm and leg. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah.
But both of them are great throwers for the football. I just think Kyler Murray just may be a better athlete, and that's no knock on, you know, the athlete that Tua Tagovailoa is. But you see it. I mean, he got the quick twitch ability. He's quick in short spots and short areas. He's explosive. Yeah, man. I believe they're a lot of the same player, but right now, I believe Kyler Murray is a more polished version of what Tua is, and you know that's why I would kind of lean with Kyler.
Yeah, I don't think Tua will ever have the running ability that Kyler. I don't think that's gonna.
I ain't gonna lie, Tua was toting that pill.
He can run, but
that boy Kyle, he runs hard, bro.
I think Kyler's running ability
is more.
Kyler's running ability and Lamar Jackson's running ability is on another level from every other quarterback. I don't think any other
runs, one evades.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm saying even just the damage that they can do with the ball in their hands, it's not like any other quarterback.
Can I interject? So that's why I'm glad you said what you said, Edward, about the type of quarterback that you like. The type of quarterback that I've always admired is like the Peyton Manning brand type of quarterback. That's what I look for when I look at quarterbacks. Kyler Murray to me has that brain. Like when I'm looking at quarterbacks, I'm listening to alert. I'm listening to checks. I'm listening to plays being switched from left to right. I'm looking at all of that, and I'm looking to see if you or taking what the defense gives you when you get up there. If you see that, okay, they just substituted, all that, like attacking the sub, I look at all of that. And Kyler Murray, like, he checks all those boxes. And that's why I've been a fan of his from jump, though. I don't think nobody.
Most winningest Texas high school quarterback ever. Never lost a game. Ever.
Bro, the boy don't lose in Cowboy Stadium, apparently.
This is true.
There you go.
Yeah, man. There you have it on Tua and Kyler Murray, man. So
I also have.
Oh, you go ahead, man.
Want to do that?
You can go ahead.
So all year, if you have followed our podcast all year, everyone knows I've had someone that I've been picking the bone with all year. Right?
Disrespecting.
Yeah, I've been disrespecting this man. Really, because I expected a lot of him, and he wasn't delivering it. There's been all these excuses of coaching, play calling, line play, receivers. And I was like, forget that. I want him to be what I think he can be. And over the past few weeks, he has. Deshaun Watson has stepped it up. He looked great, really, the past 4 weeks. I would say this is the post Bill O'Brien era. So since Bill O'Brien has left, he's looked phenomenal. And he has single-handedly the games that he's won them by himself. And he looked marvelous. So I'm glad to have Deshaun Watson back. This is the Deshaun Watson that I would like to see. He's looking close to elite now.
The thing about it is, that's the quote that we left you with when Bill O'Brien got fired. So I'm glad that those words came out of your mouth.
I have no further arguments, Your Honor.
and also the fact that you really see him be those options you wanted him to do at the end of the day. It's like I said, when two people are not seeing eye to eye, can never be successful. Period.
And so what does this mean? Like, because
bro, you're a Cowboys fan. You don't have to comment, bro.
You get to see him sprout his wings, finally.
Go ahead, Sedacious. Don't let these Texans fans.
Who did he play? Who has he played?
He's looked great versus the Jaguars, worst defense in the league, but he still looked great doing it. So.
Right. Okay. Well.
Hey, he looked great. He looked great against the Titans too. They lost to Joe Burrow. The Titans that lost to Joe Burrow.
He looked really good.
He looked good versus them too.
Yeah, no. He looked damn
good.
Who
did y'all beat early in the season, Christian?
The Colts.
Okay.
But the thing is, we always beat the Colts at home. No matter how. We own the Colts. Even when the Colts had Peyton Manning and we were sucking, we would still at least split a game with them every year. Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, you good. You good. So you said in Jacksonville?
We beat them in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
That's the one team I can count on us beating at least once.
Okay, so we're saying that Deshaun Watson is going to take the AFC South next year?
Could be this year.
No, the team sucks.
They can still win it this year. They can win it.
You're right. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's what it is, Christian. Thank you so much. Because I just don't see it because he does not have the pieces. When Bill O'Brien left, I was like, that shit not going to change shit. But I see what it is now. He is amazing. It's just he ain't got no help. He like Allen Iverson in the 01. It's like, bro, all that shit look good.
Hey, that's why I said that he should try to get traded.
All right, Christian.
I know y'all don't want to hear it, but y'all team gonna suck for the next 2 years. It is what it is.
Hey, your team gonna suck for the next 10.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Hey, next year we getting a watch Frankfurt in the playoffs. Watch them get in the playoffs next year, bro.
Will the Texans make the playoffs
this year? No.
Yes.
I think they.
No. How? And they 2-1 in division. And 2-1 in division.
Okay. Everybody. This is the second time on the podcast. We're gonna give Darnell a lesson in how division seedings are done. Okay. In 2017, the Titans had a better division record than the Jags. Than the Jags did. But the Jags had a better overall record than the Titans. The Jags went to the playoffs because the Jags had a better overall record.
Hey man, Christian, like your old grandpa, when you ask him one question, he'd be like, "Yeah, grandpa, so how did was it even like? Well, son, it started in 1989,
back in 65,
back in my day." I think it was 79, 78. Had to be
yeah.
Bro, the way division records go is, or the way the divisions are standing go. It's the overall record first, and then the division record would be the tiebreaker, and then the head-to-head would be the tiebreaker. So if you go online right now, you look at the division standings. Where are you guys at in the standings? You guys are third. You're behind the Titans.
Right, let me see what our schedule is.
You're behind the Colts that are 5-3, and then it's y'all, and then it's us.
We have a 2-game grace period. We have 2 games that can fuck us off. Let me see how bad the schedule is so I can see.
I got you, D.
I'm working on my shit, tripping.
You're gonna lose to the Titans
again. We got the Browns.
What?
We got the Patriots. And we got the Browns. We can win 3. We got
we can beat the Browns. We can beat the Patriots.
And New England. And the Lions.
You're not gonna beat the Patriots.
And we can beat the Lions.
Let me tell you. Okay. The Lions, you might beat them. Okay.
You'll beat the Lions.
Okay, go ahead.
We can beat the Colts.
Browns.
We can beat the Bears.
You're not going to beat the Bears. The Bears have too good of a defense.
Hey, low key, the tail end of our schedule ain't that difficult.
Okay, hold on. Go through. What's your next game? Let me go through it. I'm going to tell you.
The Browns.
You're going to lose to them. They can run the ball. They have a decent enough defense. You're going to lose to them.
The Patriots.
You're gonna lose to them because defensively, one, you have a terrible defense, so you're not gonna be able to stop them on offense. Secondly, defensively, the best thing that they do is they stop the pass. It's the only thing you guys can do. You can't run the ball, so that's a loss. Next game.
All right, just yes or no. You don't have to break everyone down. We're gonna move on after this. Lions.
You can win that one.
Colts.
Loss.
Bears.
What?
Loss.
Division.
Defense is too good.
Colts.
All right.
Loss.
Bengals.
You can win that one.
And we could be in a potential situation where we need this game to get into the playoffs, which is the last game of Titans, and I'm gonna say we're gonna win it. All right.
So even though we lost these big games, how many games have the Texans been blown out by? Blown out, not lost, blown out, like demolished, embarrassed. They don't suck as bad as they come off to be.
I don't keep track of the Texans like y'all do. Listen,
y'all. But that's the case though. That's what I'm preaching to you. That's what I'm preaching to you. They don't suck as bad as they come off to be.
Make the playoffs is if you run the table. You're not going to run the table. You have to win 10 games in the AFC to make the playoffs. Let's go through it.
No. We get it.
Real quick, Edward.
Christian, that's your 15 minutes is a pass us and give me 5 more minutes. No, bro. No.
4 teams make the playoffs, and then you got 3 teams after that. Okay? 4 division winners. You're not going to win the division. Okay? The Ravens are also making the playoffs. So you got 2 other teams. You got the Browns, you got the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Raiders. One of those 4 teams is going to make the playoffs. You have to have a better record than those. You're not.
All right.
Done.
So Christian said the Texans aren't going to make the playoffs. So that wraps up how we got from Christian saying Deshaun Watson is good to the Texans ain't shit.
Oh, you can see he's a fucking hater.
Sedacious. I know you said that you don't. Correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't believe in Josh Allen, correct?
Oh, I still don't.
Okay, and he just beat your Seahawks, so you have.
Yes, he did.
Let's get into that. Well, what's going on with the Seahawks? Is it the Bills or is the Seahawks just in a slump?
I think it's the defense. Defense just needs a week to get Jamal Adams back. Yeah,
Bad defense.
that's it. And I don't know. I think Russell Wilson maybe had a bad game. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, Russell Wilson didn't help the defense, and the defense didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Didn't do what Russell Wilson needed in that moment.
Football. Russell was a bit turnover prone that game, and he definitely was a big reason on why they lost because his defense been bad the whole year, so this ain't nothing new. You know what I mean? So he knew what kind of defense he had to deal with. So if he isn't playing a damn near flawless game, he doesn't have room to throw 2 picks and they steal.
And the Bills are hard, bro. The
Nah,
Bills
and that's
hard.
a testament to. I was gonna get to that, but the Bills also they have a great defense, and Josh Allen had one of the better games of his career, going 31 for 38 for over 400 yards. You know, with what I believe 3 touchdowns.
And what you say, Russell Wilson knew what type of defense he had, right? And so Josh Allen know that he got this big bad motherfucker to back him
Come on,
up.
man, they ain't got nobody out there who can hold Diggs 1-on-1. Nobody.
Josh Allen just passed up Russell Wilson in passing yards this year too.
We'll see at the end of the season. What are we talking about here? They're gonna take the AFC East because they got the Jets. Oh, they might not take it because they got the Dolphins. So I don't know. There's gonna be a slug out between the Dolphins and the Bills at the end.
Hey, bro, if all I know is if the Dolphins like do any type of damage in the playoffs, bro, we is not gonna be able to ever talk to Christian again.
They gotta make it there first. They still do have a rookie quarterback.
But check this here out though, right? So I don't know if this is y'all can check me on it. I don't know if this is just like Tom Brady recency bias, so like I'm just like too enamored to believe like he's fell off. But they got mollywopped by the Saints. I definitely thought that was gonna be a better game. The Saints, they get the season sweep 2-0 against the Bucks and Tom Brady, but I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is. Like if it came down to it like a must-win game in the playoffs for whatever reason, like I was still like, I don't know if this is a bad judgment or bad decision in saying I'm going to pick Tom Brady as opposed to the Bucks' entirety as a team. But I'm gonna still just like pick Tom Brady if I just need them to like win like that one game that matters. I'm gonna still pick the Bucks. But them being blown out by the Saints, like how did y'all like take that game? What did y'all have any footnotes from that game?
Oh no, I thought that Sean Payton just waxed Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich's little booty, and that's all that was to it. That's how I felt about the game. I don't see Tom Brady falling off when I watch that game. I see Sean Payton giving it to the OC and the head coach.
To your point, Statius, one of the things that like I appreciate like Christian like helping me like just build like my library of football knowledge is like just paying attention to how players are like set up. I know Christian is like big on that, like how players or offensive or defensive coordinators like setting up their players in positions to like be successful. And like watching that game, I was just like,
Tom Brady looked uncomfortable the entire game. Tom Brady looked uncomfortable the
entire game. He looked befuddled, bro. He looked befuddled. It was a couple
the entire game. I'm like, oh my God. I ain't never seen Tom Brady and Bill Belichick look like this. Never.
Yeah.
Even Tom Brady go off on the side and be mad. He ain't never they don't ever look like the Patriots be ready. And he didn't have the OC, and I guess the defense didn't want to show up that night. And they just got waxed through and through.
What were your takeaways, Coach?
On both sides of the ball.
Actually, I didn't watch the game, man. I didn't watch this game, so
okay.
It's my fault. I can't give
educated. You missed a good spanking.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Buccaneers got their ass whooped the entire game. It wasn't close. They got out fast, and they basically kept their foot on the gas throughout the whole game. Tom Brady looked discombobulated. It didn't look like they had a solid game plan going forward. They really looked like okay, we should be hitting our mid-season stride. We should be, rounding in the form. And it actually looked like they had maybe taken a step back, but I'm not too sure if that's just because, hey, that is that a divisional game? Are they in the same division?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's a division game, so they know each other.
Also, too, I want to.
Did the Saints win the first matchup?
Yeah, they did.
Yes,
they
sir.
played each other in the first game of the season.
Yeah. Hey, after they beat the Packers, everybody was crowning them, right? And then I don't know who they played the next week after they played the Raiders. But then after that, they almost lost to the Giants. And I called that. I was like,
bro,
hey.
that's something else I was thinking about too, bro. I was just like, should we not pay attention to the Saints game and look at how they came out of barely winning and possibly having to beat the Giants in overtime? Like, did the slump start there before it actually even got to the Saints?
Yeah.
So
yes, I don't know. I have no idea what I think I was actually liking the Giants a little better than I was hating on the Bucks, but I mean, they haven't looked great, man, for the past couple of weeks. I have no idea what's going on over there. I don't know if it's the AB effect. So a lot of people probably gonna talk about.
Damn.
But
I think that's a bullshit excuse. He wasn't even incorporated.
Yeah, I know.
But
them boys look garbage. The Cowboys lost to the Steelers. So they just lost it.
What? Oh man, yeah, y'all gave. I won't say y'all gave that away. Y'all just didn't have enough to close it out at the end. But who's to say if they don't actually score on that kickoff return? Just to briefly speak on the trash Cowboys. Not y'all fault. It just ain't y'all season, man.
As always.
But Mike McCarthy was never the answer, and having a fucking sleepover to pick him as the head coach was a horrible decision, and it just goes to show that how, mismanaged y'all are from the top down. But just to, speak towards the game briefly, had y'all scored on that kickoff return, maybe y'all would have won. So that's good.
No,
even though he gets stopped at the
when they let Ben Roethlisberger hurt his knee and throw 3 passes and one of them be a touchdown, y'all don't want to win. This game is over. Y'all just let this limp leg nigga just throw a touchdown. That's it. The game's over. I just knew I can see. When you can see the heart, when you can just see the heart and you don't see the heart. It's just like, hey, here's what it is.
Hey man, we got through got through the sports segment, did good with the culture segment. Unless y'all want to fight about something for like the next 3 or 4 minutes, I guess we can go ahead and sign out and get up out of here.
Hey man, I just want to let everybody know out there, y'all got something on your mind, y'all really want to do it and accomplish it, man. Set all distractions to the side, write the goal down. And attack it very ferociously and viciously every day. And it can be conquered, it can be had, it can be whatever you want it to be. And, I'm having a lot of personal uphill battles to fight, and I've been actually loving it. And I just want to encourage somebody out there who's going through the same thing. It's not the end of the world, man. This shit really gonna look up if you really putting the work in and really just, balls to the wall about their problem or whatever the obstacle is, man. It's definitely gonna shake. You just gotta keep pushing.
I'm gonna piggyback off that one time, and I'm gonna say, man, y'all just know when you made it. People out there, just as adults, as humans, as being successful, just know when you made it and know when to grow and to elevate your life. That's all I got for you.
All right, we'll fuck with y'all, man. We signing off. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
I want to quote our President-elect Vice President Kamala Harris from what she said in her victory speech the other night. It's a great country, man. If you work hard, you can make it in this country. Just like she, the child of immigrants, a young black woman, is able to go through the struggles of segregation, forced busing, in order to get to the White House. So It's possible. Work hard. You got it.
She's gonna be the first black president. First black woman president.
Wow, we might take your social studies card, but it's cool though. We've been out of school for a minute.
It's possible.
Oh no, for sure. No, I'm just saying when he misspoke, he was like first black president. I was just
yeah. No.
Hey, damn, nigga, how can you forget that?
Boy.
You feel me?
I think he just naturally meant first female African American president. But
I'm giving him all the time.
Yeah. But no, I think we may have just implemented a new segment towards the end, some sign out encouragement. I heard it from my boy Sean Hart Izzo, heard it from my boy Live, heard it from my boy Black Peace, heard it from my boy Coach Johnson. Man, appreciate y'all so much for continuously tuning in. We're gonna be back next week with more great conversation, more arguments, more hot topics, more intuitive thoughts, and thoughts that are also out the box. So keep tuning in. This is the Insert Here podcast. Catch y'all next week.